Welcome to my Euros 2024 team of the tournament. And before we get into this, I just want to tell you how this is going to work. So we'll go position by position, and each position I'll give 3 nominees, and from those 3 nominees that I've personally chosen, I'll pick the person who is in my team of the tournament. So I can show you the honourable mentions and where my head's at, and I think it could be in. So let's just get started. First up, we have goalkeeper. And I think for this one, it's quite simple who my 3 keepers are, and also it's quite simple who I'm going to pick from the 3 of them. The 3 keepers are Unai Simon, Mamardashvili, and Maignan. And for me, it's a pretty easy choice, and I'm going to have to go with Mamardashvili. The sole reason that Georgia was in the round of 16, he actually played pretty well against Spain, and he almost saved Fabian's header, which would have been just incredible. He was phenomenal all tournament. The only reason they were able to get out the groups, he was incredible, influential in getting that point against the Czech Republic, and for me, just the best goalkeeper of the tournament. And now at left back, my 3 nominations are Nathan Ake, Marc Cucurella, and Theo Hernandez. Nathan Ake was pretty decent, pretty solid for the Netherlands, but really he's a placeholder here because I couldn't think of another left back. The 2 real nominations here are Theo Hernandez and Marc Cucurella. Theo Hernandez, part of one of the best defences at this tournament, and Marc Cucurella, part of the best team at this tournament. And in the end, I'm going to have to go with Marc Cucurella at left back. He got the assist, and a brilliant assist, mind you, for the winning goal of the entire competition, and it was genuinely so solid at left back all tournament. I just genuinely didn't see that coming from. We'll do the 2 centre backs together, and to make it easier, I'll just do 5 nominations here for these 2 positions. Those 5 being John Stones, Laporte, Van Dijk, Lenormand, and William Saliba. John Stones was pretty decent for England all tournament. Didn't really have any big mistakes. Probably the most competent player in that entire English side. Virgil van Dijk was very good and very instrumental in the Netherlands getting to that semi-final. Then there's Aymeric Laporte, who was definitely Spain's best defender and helped lead Spain to the Euros title. There was also Robin Lenormand, the other Spain centre-back, who was also quite decent, although was suspended for a match, which probably takes him out of contention here. And finally, there is William Saliba, who was part of one of the best defences at this tournament and was one of the main reasons that France were able to get to the semi-final. And in the end, my 2 centre-backs are going to have to be Aymeric Laporte and William Saliba. Now, to finish off the defence, right back. So my 3 nominees for right back: Joshua Kimmich, Jules Koundé, and Carver Howell. Joshua Kimmich, who was very good for the hosts Germany, who weren't able to go through, and had they got to the final, maybe he would be my right back of the tournament, but I'm going to have to knock him out of the reckoning here. Jules Koundé was very, very, very good, and was part of, again, as I say this over and over, every French player, one of the best defences at the tournament, but there was a better defence. And it was a defence that beat France, and that is Spain's. And Dani Carvajal was instrumental in this win. Despite being suspended for a game, I think that doesn't take him out of contention here, just because of how good he was. He scored in the opening game. This is his first Euros ever at, 33? Pretty crazy, if you ask me. And he was instrumental in this win, was incredible in the final. Great, incredible in the quarters, incredible in the round of 16, incredible in every game he played, and for that reason, makes the right back in my team of the tournament. To summarise, the defence is Mamardashvili, Marc Cucurella, William Saliba, Aymeric Laporte, and Carver Howell. As we get into the midfield here, let me clarify, this is a 4-3-3 with an attacking midfielder, so let's just start with our centre mid. So for left centre mid, I'll make it the more defensive centre mid, so that's going to be Rodri, Kobbie Mainoo, and N'Golo Kante. Kobbie Mainoo, in my opinion, was probably England's best player, but still I'm going to have to knock him out of the reckoning here because of the other options. Next is N'Golo Kante, who, despite his age, despite playing in Saudi, was pretty good all tournament. And then there's Rodri, who was the best player of the tournament. So let's just There's no point in even debating this. Put Rodri in at centre mid. And next to Rodri, the more attacking centre mid. So my 3 nominees are going to be, of course, Fabian, Xavi Simons, and Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz was part of this exciting Germany team that could have done so well at this tournament had they not played Spain so early. Then there's Xavi Simons, who, although didn't start every game, was very, very influential in this Netherlands team, making it to the semi-finals, and was pretty solid all around. Scored the opener against England. In the end, it didn't matter, but he was very good pulling the strings in there. And then finally, there's Fabian, who I've gone with in this midfield position. I mean, I just kind of have to. Fabian was genuinely incredible. Not as good as Rodri, but incredible in this tournament. And he showed that right off the bat, scoring against Croatia, and was just incredible from midfield. And we were very lucky to have him in there pulling the strings. Very unlucky to not have him at the last Euros, where he very much could have benefited us. And to round out the midfield, we have central attacking midfielder, and my 3 nominees here are going to be Dani Olmo, Arda Güler, and Pedri. Pedri is here because he was the cam for most of the tournament, but I am going to have to knock him out because of his injury. Arda Güler, maybe more of a right winger, but also can play cam, and was phenomenal for Turkey. They're Tasman, really. But in the end, it's going to have to go to Dani Olmo, if we're going to be honest. One of the most influential people in this win for Spain, and it's just going to have to be him. He was incredible. And my midfield 3, in the end, ends out as Rodri, Fabian, and Dani Olmo. Moving on to the front 3, and we're going to start at left wing. And for the left wing, we're going to have to go, this is a pretty tough one. It's Nico Williams, it's Cody Gakpo, and it's Jamal Musiala, who I've put on the left wing. This is really tough because all of these left wingers had retrospective phenomenal tournaments. Cody Gakpo was incredible for the Netherlands, getting them to the semi-final. He scored some very important goals for them and was just incredible all round. He forced the own goal against Turkey, and it was just all round great for the Netherlands. Jamal Musiala, had he got to the final, would have probably been player of the tournament. An incredible young talent. Definitely would have had young player of the tournament locked in had he gone to the final, because Lamine Yamal wouldn't have gotten past the quarter-final and was just incredible. Then it was Nico Williams, who was so good for Spain. Scored in the round of 16, scored in the final, which is incredible all tournament as well. Pulling strings, getting passes in was just so incredible, and that's why I'm gonna have to go with Nico Williams down the left hand side, even though it is incredibly tough. And now out on the right wing, we have, my nominations are Bukayo Saka, Donyell Malen, and Lamine Yamal, of course. First up, Bukayo Saka he had his moments. He was the deciding factor against Switzerland for the reason they were able to get through there with his goal. Did get an assist, although some people debate if it really was against Serbia. Bobbling up, whatever. Saka got the ball to Bellingham, who hit it out to Palmer, although he didn't really have much to do with that, really, if we're going to think about it, which is why I'm going to put him out of the reckoning here. Donyell Malen was pretty good down the right-hand side for the Netherlands, was very good against Romania, did score an own goal against Austria, but kind of made up for it thereafter, kept getting in behind, making some good runs, and was overall quite good for the Netherlands. Then there's Lamine Yamal, who was just genuinely world class. Don't even need to talk about his age. It was just genuinely world class for Spain. That's a 26-year-old. You're still saying the same. He was world class. He is world class, and that's why I'm gonna have to put him at right wing despite being so young. So now to finish this off with striker, it's going to be tough for striker because there was no real good strikers in this tournament, but the 3 I'm going to have to go with to nominate: Kane, Morata, and Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay did have his off games, but there were games when he was doing very well. He scored a goal against Austria, really good against Turkey, and in the end, I'm going to have to knock him out of the reckoning here. It's between Morata and Kane here for me. Kane did score 3, but was really underwhelming despite those 3 goals. And Morata only scored 1, but looked phenomenal all tournament. In the end, I think I'm leading towards Kane, and I think I'm going to go with Kane. Yeah, Kane is my striker of the tournament, and that rounds up my team of the tournament. Thank you everyone who's watched up until this point. If you're new, leave a sub and a like, and if you're not new, how about you just leave a like. I've been OnlyMadKip, and I will see you next time with the worst team of the tournament. See you then. Goodbye.